Hare Krishna, ma'am. Pranams to you and to you all the devotees. Yeah. Thank you for the katha. And what were the questions, ma'am? Vrindrani Mataji, what were your questions, please?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Vrindrani.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Please accept my pranams. My question is, I'm trying to understand, how in today's reading, there was a part where we read that, in all the 7 groups, that there was one dance, that danced so ecstatically that it inundated the whole world with Kṛṣṇa-prema. And in the past, you have also mentioned how a small dust particle from from Srila Prabhupada or one of the acharyas, Gaura Priyajanas, can deliver the whole universe.
Right.
And that it is not atisayukti when we read this or when we hear like this. So I was just wondering if you could expand on that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Mataji. Yes, please. This is exactly what Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu was trying to tell Venkata Bhaṭṭa. So, Venkata Bhaṭṭa, Sripada Venkata Bhaṭṭa, he is an acharya too. He came there, he's an acharya, and this is all the past time before he realized, before he got the complete mercy from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And after that, Venkata Bhaṭṭa, Vallabhacharya, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, after he received complete mercy, then that's a different story. Then he became the Acharya of Vallabha Sampradaya, wrote Madhurashtakam, all that. But this pastime that we are reading now is before all that happened. So he's Vallabha Bhaṭṭa now. So Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, no doubt, a very erudite scholar, Brahmin, born in a Brahmin family and erudite scholar. So he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came there not so much to get darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to get the mercy from him, not so much with that intention. He came there to tell Mahaprabhu what he wrote. He wanted Mahaprabhu to hear Kṛṣṇa-kathā from him. It means he's thinking, I know something about Kṛṣṇa and I can tell Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about Kṛṣṇa. And that's why he came there. So Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, when he came, he praised Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only to his degree of realization that, oh yeah, yes, you are super empowered. That's why you're able to spread the Nama. Yes, you are super empowered. But I think I am also a little empowered inside and I can tell you Kṛṣṇa-kathā. And this is what he was thinking. And that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is sitting in the heart of all living entities, Bhagavan. So he understood his intention. So, and Gauranga Mahaprabhu is so merciful. What he wants to instruct, what he wants to teach, he does it in such a gentle way. So he started doing that. When he saw the intention of Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, Mahaprabhu was saying, yeah, what all I have, I know you are saying that I am empowered, I know about the Nama Katha, but you know what I actually got from all these devotees? Means Mahaprabhu is trying to teach Vallabha Bhaṭṭa that these devotees who actually they have something else. They have something that Vallabha Bhaṭṭa doesn't have yet. So those devotees have vijñāna, realized knowledge, associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because they have taken complete shelter of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. That's why they have vijñāna. Vallabha Bhaṭṭa is thinking, I can speak something about Katha because I know. So he only has jnana. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying it's a vijñāna that matters, not the jnana. That's why he was praising all the devotees there who were like effulgent, like sun, because of their prapatti to Gaurachandra. So Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, he could not get it yet. He didn't get it. He's only thinking, oh, so those devotees are so great, huh? Okay, I will have darshan of those devotees also. So he's just understanding to whatever his capacity is. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was indicating to him what he was lacking. He was still stuck on to his opinion, like, okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu may be great, okay, the other devotees also may be great, okay, but I'm great too. He's still stuck there. Even after seeing all those devotees in different groups dancing ecstatically, he was amazed. Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, oh, how wonderful, yeah. They are really great devotees. Yes. And it did not end there. They are really great devotees. And again, he comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even after seeing the dance and the ecstasy they were experiencing, everything, he still did not realize what they have and he doesn't have. That's why he comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and says, okay, since you're talking about, he says first about Srimad Bhagavatam. I wrote a commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. Can you hear? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, again, he's very gentle in his behavior. He doesn't really say, what do you think you can tell me? Or do you don't have this quality? What can I hear from? He doesn't say all of that. He puts it on himself. Oh, he says, I am not so qualified to hear the Kṛṣṇa-kathā. My guru said just chant Nama. Then, even then, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa doesn't get it. Then he says, okay, I will speak about the Nama. I will speak about the Nama Tattva and then speak more about the Nama, the glories of Dhamma. So can you hear now? I'll speak about the Nama. I still want to speak, still want to say, still want somebody else to listen to what he has to say. Begum. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, oh, no. About Nama, all I know is he's Nandanandana Krishna. The Nama, yes, in the Nama is Bhagavan and that Bhagavan is Nandanandana Krishna. And anything more than that, I am not qualified to know. So there is nothing that I can hear from you that I would want to hear from you. That's the way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that. Yeah, in this way, Kṛṣṇa-kathā or Nama, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not very eager to hear from Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. He was so eager to hear from Rai Ramananda, though he was not a Brahmin, born in a Brahmin family and not a sannyasi. He's a grihastha. So from Rai Ramananda, he was eager to hear. And from Sri Haridasa Thakura, who is outcasted, Muslims outcasted, right? Doesn't have a caste. Still, Gaurachandra was ready to hear from them. So it is like that. Kṛṣṇa-kathā or Nama that comes from those devotees that are filled with humility, that are there in their constitutional position, like Rai Ramananda, Haridasa Thakura. They live in reality. So the knowledge they have is realized knowledge. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to hear something that comes from that platform who is living in reality. Humility. That they belong to Bhagavan. Like that. So the knowledge that comes, that's just not knowledge. Anything that comes from that platform. Any Vani, Nama or Katha, or even just their presence is very purifying. Kṛṣṇa giving. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is the giver of all the knowledge. He's Kṛṣṇa himself. But he's choosing these devotees, Rai Ramananda, Haridasa Thakura, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who have this qualification of humility. He's choosing them for the realized knowledge to come out of their mouths, their lotus mouths. He's choosing them. So that's how Bhagavan chooses. So when they speak anything, then that is different. That will cause realizations in the hearts of those who are listening. And that is the speaker's qualification, adhikar. Listeners, adhikaris, when somebody is eager to have realized knowledge in their heart, then their qualification has to be submission. Now, submission, non-envious submission. Like Lord Krishna says, right? Parvakshyami anasuyave Arjuna. When that qualification is there in the listener, then the heart is fertile. And then whatever seeds are coming, the bijas are coming from the realized soul, then they will quickly germinate in the heart of the listener. So that's the qualification of a listener. Not that the listener has to be intelligent. No, zero. No intelligence needed. Not the listener should have great discriminatory power. Zero, not needed. And not the intelligent, not the listener has to be scholarly person. Zero, not needed. None of those things are needed. Nothing needed from the listener. Only one thing. Yeah. That great faith that what I'm hearing now from this person is all that I need. Faith, this Kṛṣṇa Bhakti. The general understanding is Kṛṣṇa Bhakti is all that I need. That's the general faith. And regarding the speaker, and not looking down on the speaker. In other words, having great faith and respect. Yes, this is all I need. And these seeds will come in my heart and germinate. Like that. Like no education, no Shastra study, no so-called intelligence, none of those. But he was having great faith in his guru. I just have to do what my guru says. That's all. And in that is the only qualification needed for the listener. Like that. So that is about these. Yeah. What Kaurachandra is trying to teach Venkatapata. And the qualification of the speaker, qualification of the listener, like that. Srila Prabhupada wanted all of us to preach. What Acharya means is, when we come to know, preaching, giving Krishna, it has to come from a different platform. Then we pray. Then it means our sadhana has to get strict and sincere. In other words, Sadhana, strict and sincere, means it has to lead to a prayerful heart. Otherwise, what can strict and sincere sadhana? That's what strict and sincere sadhana means. Attracting the mercy with the determined efforts. With determined efforts, we are showing Guru and Krishna that we need mercy, please. That's what sincere and strict sadhana, everyday sadhana means. And the result is a prayerful heart. What is the great use of strict and sincere sadhana if it doesn't culminate in prayerful heart? Yeah. So, yeah, preaching to be done as Srila Prabhupada has instructed. So we take the shelter of the Srila Prabhupada, Gurudeva, then become prayerful, and then from that platform, preaching. Like that. And to answer this a beautiful question, it's a time for relishment. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Thank you, Mataji. That's all we need. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. That's all those devotees are doing, actually. Chaitanya Mahāprabhu's associates, they have no other business. You see, the whole Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita is all tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Kadayantastu mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Are they doing anything else? No, but everything else is happening to them. Yeah, happening to them. What is there? What other things have to happen other than tushyanti cha ramanti cha? Oh yeah, we have body, right? Yeah, this body has to be maintained. Yeah, it will be maintained. We have to do some job. Yeah, the job is there, the pay is there, whatever job, whatever pay, the body will be maintained. Our family bodies, they will be maintained. How many are there in the whole population? Yeah, all of them. Don't they have different kind of salaries? Are they not living their lives? So the bodies will be maintained. And then what other thoughts are there regarding this body? Body will be maintained. Oh, the health has to be good. Of course, yeah. Your health, your family's health, everything. Yeah, whatever is there in karma. Nobody can stop. We just do our best. But what is more to think about it? Eat right. Move a lot. Finish. Done. So what is there to think about the bodies? The tapatraya, adhyatmika, adibhautika, adidaivika. Those are the tapatrayas. 3 kinds of anxieties, miseries that tend to bother a jiva. We are hearing this because our occupation is only tushyanticha ramanticha. What is stopping us from tushyanticha ramanticha? What is this mind thinking? What are we bothered about? 3 tapatrayas. Adibhautika, adidaivika, adhyatmika. Adibhautika, misery is born from our own self. Adhyatmika, adibhautika, misery is born from the other bodies. Adidaivika, misery is because of the weather. That is not in our hands. How hot, how cold is not in our hands. So that is put aside. When in Bhakti Yoga, when our prayer is to please Krishna, our intention is to please Krishna, when we are doing bhajan kriya like that, these 2 tapas will go away. There will be no adhyatmika, there will be no adibhautika tapas. Life may be the same as anybody is living. Even if we are devotee or others didn't take up devotion yet, their life and our life externally, it looks the same. We have the families, jobs, we are living our lives, and they have the same. But there is something that a devotee will not have, but they have. What are those? Tapas, miseries. Problems may be there. Challenges may be there. But the miseries will not be there for the bhaktas. Because they're holding on to Bhagavan. They're holding on to Bhagavan. They gave themselves to Bhagavan. So there are no miseries. No misery because of anybody outside. And no misery because of anything that comes from within. When it is all Krishna outside and Krishna within, where is the misery? So in this way, these two miseries are not there. Adhyatmika, Adibhautika are not there. So that's why the Tushyanti Charamanticha can go on, go on. So that's why our occupation is only Tushyanti Charamanticha. Relishing the mellows of loving devotional service to Bhagavan, 24/7, Bhagavan that's present everywhere in the heart of all living entities. Then there are no miseries. And then how about the body maintenance, everything? Ananyas chintayanto mami jana paripasate. I will give them what they lack. I will preserve what they have. So Bhagavan will give the buddhi yoga. So these bodies can be maintained somehow. And whatever responsibilities are there, they can be done. So when it is clear like this, there will be no tapas. When we are filled with Krishna inside, Krishna outside, there are no tapas. And the maintenance is Goptrutve varnam tadarakshisyati iti vishvaso. So there is no anxiety. We don't have to separately come up with some 10-year plan to maintain this body, to accumulate something for this body. Not needed. Our job is loving devotional service to the Lord in the heart, 24/7. And everything related to the body will be maintained and will be protected. Am I going to believe in this words of Sri Bhagavan Vacha, or am I going to believe in this external plans and security projects and plans that these banks and people and media has to give to me? Stocks in this, lands in here, you accumulate this and you toil, work hard for until you die, and so you can enjoy after you die. What is this? So am I going to buy those kind of plans, which is promising something in the future, some security, some enjoyment, so-called enjoyment, security in the future, and you toil and toil all this time for the maintenance and protection in the future? Am I going to buy those kind of plans or execute those kind of thoughts, or am I going to buy this, what Sri Bhagavan Uvacha is saying, and invest in this instructions? Live my life accordingly with these instructions, or live my life and priorities based on what this market has to sell, this world of modes has to say. So that's our choice. Yeah, but again, all that will come. That will come when Bhajana Kriya is our priority. And we want, when Krishna is our priority, then all things will naturally change from within. So in this way, Tushyanti Charamanticha can happen when Krishna is our priority. When Prema Bhakti to Bhagavan is our priority, the whole life, every year, every month, every day, every moment, Prema Bhakti to Bhagavan is my priority, period. Then dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. Then Bhagavan say, okay, now that you set your priority, I will give you the buddhi, intelligence of how that can happen to you in this life. Bhagavan gives it all. Yeah. So in this way, Tushyanti Charamanticha. That's what all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are absorbed in. Tushyanti Charamanticha. It's not that they don't have the problems. We have already heard about Srivas Thakura. Big, big problems. Big. But problem or not, they have only Krishna, 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 Krishna. Like that. So that's a deeper platform of bhakti. For that, deeper platform of bhakti, we need the food dust. Yeah. That deeper platform of bhakti, we cannot dive in. We cannot dive in. See, this ocean, one may be a great swimmer, but he can only swim on the surface of the ocean. He cannot just dive deep in, wearing no oxygen mask, no scuba machine, nothing. He cannot just do it, dive deep in, without having oxygen supply. He needs to get into that, the scuba divers, they get this scuba machine where there is oxygen supply, like that. So, to get into the deeper bhakti is Amrit bas ki baat nahi hai. It's not something that we can do. It comes from food dust. The most potent thing in this Brahmanda is the food dust of a Bhagavata, food dust of a Vaiṣṇava. Why we keep hearing this food dust only? We could say their Vani also, right? Yes, yeah. We could say their presence. We could say their Vani. We could say their Seva. Everything, yes. Everything about the Bhagavata is the most precious thing, especially the Vani. But when we're saying food dust, what it means is we are giving such great reverence to that personality who is carrying Kṛṣṇa in their heart and who has love for Kṛṣṇa in their heart. Such great reverence and such great faith. There is no other comparison or analogy that we can use with our words and experience other than the food dust. And their potency is so big. There is no way of expressing it other than saying just one particle of their food dust, saffron food dust. This is all the expression to relay the message that what they carry in their heart, the prema bhakti to Bhagavan, is so potent that it can inundate the whole world. That's one thing. What they're carrying in their heart, right? But we are saying one food dust particle, one saffron dust particle from their lotus feet. What it means is the prema bhakti that they're carrying in heart is so powerful, and they are so powerful. These Bhagavatas are so powerful. Means they are so super causelessly merciful. And they have such a spiritual bala that one single dust particle from them can inundate our whole self, not only one individual whole self, but the whole Brahmanda. It means their spiritual bala is so big. And what they are carrying, prema bhakti, is so big. So in order to explain the glories of Kṛṣṇa-prema, prema bhakti, and in order to explain the glory of the container, carrier of that Kṛṣṇa bhakti, the premi bhaktas, and in order to explain their mercy, their loving causeless mercy. This is the key, dear devotees. It is this loving causeless mercy, those food dust particles. They're all filled with loving causeless mercy. When I am seeing a Bhagavata, when I'm seeing the carrier of this Kṛṣṇa-prema in this way, with such great reverence, with such great faith, then automatically I am just absorbed in the thoughts of this Bhagavata who is the carrier of the Kṛṣṇa-prema. Then what happens? They are pratikṣṇā-svādana lolupasya. Then we become pratikṣṇā-svādana lolupasya. That is the only way to become pratikṣṇā-svādana lolupasya. It's not by this mind. It's not by how many rounds am I chanting, how much am I hearing, how much am I saying. No. How much am I honoring, cherishing, serving and the Vani of this Mahat Bhaktas? This Mahat Bhaktas, Vani of Mahat Bhaktas means we tend to think, okay, I just need the Vani, I don't need the person. That is our thinking. When the Vani is coming from a person and when the person is in front of us, do we just put the person aside? Okay, I just need this Vani from you. For what? Because I want something from you. Oh my goodness. So you don't want the person, you want the Vani because you want something from him. Let it be blessing or whatever it is. It's still because I want something from you. You just bless me, that's all. You just give me your Vani, that's all. Ye kya hai? Still self-centered in the name of blessing. So the whole point is the chitta, how deep it is, how deep is self-centered. What's in it for me? Thinking. So we are not really looking for anything for ourselves. I'm not looking anything for myself. I simply want to lovingly serve you. That's all. Then that is honoring the footest of the Vaiṣṇava. Then of course the Vani will come and sit. Of course the Tushyanti Ramanticha will happen like that. That's all. That's all the devotees. So what we heard was about Vallabha Bhaṭṭa and Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, the knowledge and realized knowledge. And all the associates, they were prapatti to Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. So they have that realized knowledge. And the effect of just simply the knowledge and the realized knowledge, the qualification of the speaker and the qualification of the listener. And after that, we heard about this Tushyanti Charamanticha. How that should be the very occupation of the bhaktas. It is the very occupation of Sharanagata bhaktas. And then we heard about the potency of bhakti, how it will take away the tapas, different tapas. And all that happens when we are filled with Krishna inside and outside. That's the potency of bhakti. And then we heard about the potency of the bhakta, premi bhakta, who is carrying prema bhakta in the heart. And how can that prema bhakti in their heart come sit within us? I only want to lovingly serve you. That's all. That's how it comes and sits within us. And we also heard about this expression of the foot dust, potency of the particle of a foot dust. That's all. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you all devotees. And Vrindarani Mataji, I think that was answered, right? I'm in the tree zone. That's all from my side, devotees. And if you can't hear me, you please go ahead with the shloka, Mataji, your favorite shloka. That's it. Hari Hari.
Thank you, Mataji. We could hear every word that you said. And thank you for that, for clearing all the doubts.
Thank you.
Anybody wants to ask something or reflect on what we just heard?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. My pranams to you, Mataji.
My pranams to you, Ma.
Thank you for every word of the katha, Mataji. I want to listen to it again and again. So what I understood is that honoring the sadhu in a way that we don't want anything from them, serving them, hearing them, and that is the platform of love, right? That want becomes zero.
Right.
The honor becomes so much that
you bless me or not, you give me or not, doesn't matter to me. I simply want to lovingly serve you. That's all. Done.
And that's the platform of love that comes from sadhu to the Bhagwan. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Mataji. perhaps Vrindarani Mataji is caught up with something, unable to speak. You may go ahead with the Shloka, Mataji, if nobody has anything.